The Texas Gulf Coast is a really big place with a lot of square miles of fishing water. It starts up at Sabine Lake, runs all the way down to South Padre Island, and in between, some of the greatest inshore saltwater fishing our country has to offer. On this week's episode, we're going to be about halfway down at Corpus Christi, Texas, on the upper end of the upper Laguna Madre. Not sure exactly what we're going to catch, maybe some speckled trout, maybe a redfish or two, who knows, but we are going to have a lot of fun, and I'm glad you're along with us, because Fox Sports Outdoors is on the air right now.
You're watching the only program with weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southeast region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
Hi everybody, I'm really glad you're along with us for this week's episode. As you can see in the background, that's the big bridge that goes across the Intercoastal Waterway just outside Corpus Christi, Texas. It's the upper end of the upper Laguna Madre. Some of the greatest inshore saltwater fishing for species like redfish and speckled trout happens just south of here. We're going to go out and do some of that today, have a great time. It's got a great feel to it today because I'm rejoined with an old friend of mine. I'm going to explain that to you. We're going to be putting the brand new Blazer Bay 2420 GTS into the Intercoastal Waterway here and going down the way to do a little fishing. This thing is rigged out with all the nice stuff. It's rigged out with the Mercury 4-stroke 250 Verado outboard engine, got all the beautiful trim. We're going to be showing that to you. As a matter of fact, all season long, this will be the boat that we'll be showing you as we travel across the country for all of our adventures during the 2018 season. This boat was rigged out by a good buddy of mine. Jared Poole owns Waypoint Marine right here in Corpus Christi, Texas. They put this boat package together for us. I have known Jared for a long time. He's been in the boat business his entire life. He knows how to custom rig these rigs, and he's rigged this one just for us. So while we're out doing this fishing, we're going to be taking you around the region for your latest fishing reports from our expert team of insider reporters with all the fishing for this week from right where you live. Right now, the Blazer Bay 2420 GTS gets launched just outside Corpus Christi, Texas. We'll be joined by Jared in the boat. Right now, let's get things started back at the FSN studios with your weekend planner.
Hello everyone. The Salooner tables are indicating fair game fish activity for both days of fishing this weekend. Peak morning hours will take place around dawn with the best evening times starting at 6:11 on Saturday and 6:58 on Sunday. The sun will rise at 6:36 and set at 8:12. And evenings will feature a waning moon that is 72% visible. We're coming right back with fishing reports from throughout the area. Plus, I'll return with 2015 Bassmaster Classic champion Casey Ashley on this week's Ask the Pro feature. Stay with us.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Tracker Boats. It's more than a boat, it's a tracker. Mercury Outboards, go boldly. Lowrance and the new Hook 2, the world's easiest fish finder. And Louisiana Travel. Plan your fishing trip at louisianatravel.com.
That dude, how about that?
Man, that is fantastic.
5'1" big in there, big stud boy. That is a real trout, dude.
Oh, there he is.
Got him, Jared?
Got him.
All right, we've actually got a fish on here. I'm gonna try to get mine in and I'll grab a neck. Looks like you got a halfway decent fish working here. Haven't seen it yet. Maybe a red?
No, it's a trout.
Yeah, it's a trout. Good trout.
Good trout.
In the
There
net.
we go.
All right, Jared, way to go, buddy. That's what I came all the way to Corpus Christi to do right here. You wanna grab him out of there? Or here,
Let me, yeah, you got the gloves on us.
I got some gloves and we'll just get that net out of his mouth.
There we
And
go.
he's got your bait right there in the bottom of his jaw. Look at that dude. How about that?
Man, that is fantastic.
5'1" big in there, big stud boy. That is a real trout, dude.
There we go. That's what we've been looking for.
It is. We fished all morning and it's gotten into the early afternoon and we've waited out a big windstorm. It was blowing 30 miles an hour and now it's kind of let up to about 15. Yeah. And you want to see if you can grab that hook out of his mouth. So it's just been taking a lot of patience and about 3,000 casts. And Jared has finally caught a nice one there. I'm going handle it real careful, and there you go. You want to handle it and let him shoot a little video of it with you, and then we'll release it. We're not keeping any fish today, but that's a good one right there. We'll let her swim back. And whoa, still plenty lively. Well, Jared, get up here. We're with Jared Poole today, Waypoint Marine. He owns the place down here in Corpus Christi and one in Rockport as well. Give us the lay of the land here. So we've come out here and trying to stay out of the wind. We're fishing in these canals. What are these? What are we fishing in?
You know, my understanding is these were canals that were cut back in the 70s for some of the gas wells and different things like that. We're down here in between Kennedy and King Ranch, just south of Baffin Bay in the land cut area.
Okay.
These fish like to get back up in here just like we do. You know, get protected, get out of the way. So.
And all we're doing really is drifting right down the middle of these, and we're just throwing to the edges. What is this, grass beds along here?
Yeah, right along the edge is there's some grass right along the edge in there, and it drops off out into the middle.
Mirror Lure, building quality saltwater lures since 1937. Turn on the bite anytime. Tie on a Mirror Lure. Spring fishing is wide open in South Alabama, according to Captain Charlie Gray out of Dolphin Island along the Gulf Coast there. He says that bait fish and shrimp are moving down Mobile Bay in force, moving all the way down to the Bay Area, and right behind them are speckled trout. He's catching lots and lots of speckled trout with live shrimp and popping corks. Free line shrimp work real well too. He says concentrate around the marked state reefs and around the gas and oil rigs. The hard bottom areas in those places seem to be better. He says, Charlie says the Spanish mackerel are just off the beaches. You catch those fish with trolled spoons around the gas platforms. In Mississippi, trout and redfish is on fire in almost any calm water area you can find along the bay fronts there, and almost anywhere where there's rocks and rubble and riprap areas along the casino front is a good place to catch trout and redfish too. In Georgia, triple-tail fishing has been very good along the barrier islands. This is sight fishing. Use live shrimp or small streamer flies, and don't overlook the channel markers and the buoys where the bigger fish tend to be. They'll take a live shrimp very well with a sliding cork rig. Whiting fishing also has been very good in South Georgia. The sounds and the river mouths have been best, and also the beach areas. Well, that's it for the coastal South. Get out on the water and take a youngster with you when you go.
There we go.
Come up here, look at him in that clear water.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
good one.
Beautiful.
There he is, Barry.
Got one, Jared?
Got him.
On that point out there. That's a decent fish.
Looks like a good solid keeper.
We got a little something working finally.
There we go.
Come up here, look at him in that clear water.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
good one.
Beautiful.
Come on,
Right
buddy.
in there. Look at there. We got it going now, big fella.
There we go.
Wow. Look at this. Reach in there and grab your prize there, buddy. Well, we've stuck it out and hung in here and finally have got a little something working. We're going to be real careful with them because we're not keeping fish today. Again, you can only keep one over 25 inches, and this fish wouldn't probably make 25, but it would be a good solid keeper anyway. And I'll hold on to it if you want while you got it.
Got it there?
There it is. There it came out. All right. There is a good fish. This one's how big, Jared?
That one's about 24 inches, probably in that 4.5 pound range, somewhere right in there.
Super. Well, I'll just bring her right over here and release her. All right, let's let that baby go right back in there. We'll let her get a little water in her gills. And when she's ready, she'll go. Ready, baby? There she goes. All right, we're with Jared Poole today, and we're fishing out of my brand new Blazer Bay 2420. I appreciate you rigging this boat for us, Jared.
Our pleasure.
Explain a little bit about this boat and why you're such a believer in it, and what you guys do at Waypoint Marine here in Corpus and in Rockport.
Well, you know, our main and our biggest focus that we have is service. We want to take care of our customers. It doesn't matter which kind of boat you buy, you know, anything from us or anywhere, and we'll be glad to take care of you. But the Blazer Bay has been really successful for us, and we really believe in it because it's dual purpose capabilities. It will still get up in shallow water, but you can take and turn around and run offshore. Handles the rough water great, it stays very dry, smooth, you know, very fuel economical hull design. Still get the speeds out of it like a lot of people are looking for. But you know, like I said, you can still turn around. We can get up here in this couple feet of water or less.
Hey guys, this week's Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama Fishing Report is brought to you by the Henry County Tourism Alliance. You can check them out online at fishkentuckylake.com. There's a lot going on in the three-state region this month, or this week rather. The best report I'm getting right now is out of Mississippi, and that is on Ross Barnett, and they are catching big bluegill. This last new moon, they've moved up, and there's no really wrong way to do it. Worms, crickets, tons of ways to do it, a lot of fun. Let's jump over to Alabama right now, and I'm gonna tell you that the Coosa River is on fire. Those big spots are spawning. They're pretty easy to catch. Just find little places that are out of the current. They don't like to spawn just right in direct current, but you can take a topwater bait, you can take a Rage Swimmer swim bait, or your favorite plastic creature bait of choice. Let's go to Tennessee for a minute. Center Hill is really good right now. The fish are also around the banks. They're on the ends of those bluffs where the creek channels swing up against, and there's a rock transition. Smallmouth, largemouth, and spotted bass can all be caught there. A floating worm's really hot. And let's go to Kentucky Lake. The water's high, it's up around the banks. A lot of bass are in the flooded vegetation. A lot of crappie are being caught shallow, and a lot of catfish are once again, they're spawning also right out of the current. So really good time to be in this part of the world. We'd love to see you guys. God bless.
At the heart of Kentucky Lake is a special place known as Paris, Tennessee. It's a place where fishing, hunting, dining, shopping, and family fun are all served with a side of Southern hospitality. We hope you'll join us soon and experience this world by the water.
Hey, one thing before we head to our next commercial break, I want to show you just a little bit of the action. We have been in fish all day long. Now, we've been catching a lot of small fish, little small speckled trout, little small redfish. The bigger fish that you've seen us catching are obviously the highlights of the day, but just wanted to end the segment right quick by showing you several fish, just a lot of action all day long. If you want to bring a kid, if you want to bring an elderly person, this is a great place to do it because there's just always a lot of action here. We've been catching fish all day. We'll be right back.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Lew's. Feel the difference. Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland. We know bass and crappie from heads to tails. Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades. And tough as hell Voodoo Lures. Do you voodoo?
All right. Well, there was the species that we were lacking right there. It was a red. There we go. There's something. Doesn't feel big though. This feels like a small fish of some kind. He's already swimming at me, and he'll decide to fight when he gets here. Looks a trout. Just gonna flop him aboard like that. And I'll tell you, we've made a little bit of a move here, and we're actually kind of around the mouth of Baffin Bay. There is a speckled trout. And hey, Jared, one thing, you said something funny. We're actually fishing some big rocks out here at the mouth of Baffin Bay, and you said they're actually some kind of worm, ancient worm mounds or something?
They are prehistoric worm mounds. They're petrified worm mounds from prehistoric times down here. That's my understanding is they're only located about 5 different places in the whole world. So.
And how big were these prehistoric worms?
Some 6 to 12 foot long. So.
We are literally fishing worm dung, petrified mounds, and catching a speckled trout like that.
Catching trout, and we're trying to catch some reds too. So.
Unbelievable! Wow. Well, I've done some of everything in my fishing career. I have never fished worm dung mounds.
You can say you have now.
And caught trout, so I have right now. All right, you folks stay with us.
Hey folks, it's time for your Carolinas Report this week, and I tell you what, we're sponsored by Crazy Sister Marina, the leader in water sports for years, right here on the Grand Strand, located in Murrells Inlet. It's everything you need for a day on the water. Whether you want to rent a boat yourself, kayaks, go out on a great charter, or bring a bunch of friends and go on a head boat, we can take care of it all right here for you at crazysister.com. Talk about, the estuary fishing here in the Carolinas, both North and South Carolina. Right now, the flounder bite is starting to heat up. Get out and have a great time right now. I'll tell you what, right now I'm doing it, and what I've done is set up in a deep hole right out of shallow flats here. Tide's just starting to transition into rising, catching flounder here. You can do that on your body of water as well. I'm sure the bait gets stacked up in there. Those flounder are looking for a meal. Carolina rigs, old-timer rig trolling, make sure you bring a kid with you this time of the year. Let's move to South Carolina and talk some freshwater fishing, and I really want to tell you about a secret. It's the Saluda River fishery for trout, located between the lake and downtown Columbia. It's an incredible fishery. Trout Unlimited and South Carolina DNR has done an incredible job of making this a great fishery and protecting it. We've got a lot of legislation going on right now as far as protecting those fish for catch and release only, but it's a great fishery, and I'm telling you, if you join Trout Unlimited, you can get some easy access to that fishery, get down and catch fish of a lifetime right here in the middle of South Carolina, fishing the cold water rapids of the Saluda River just below Lake Murray. Moving down to Georgia, a lot of things going on. I tell you what, the Georgia side of Lake Hartwell, great reports from up there. My good friend Captain Cephas McCrae tells me that he's having a great time right now. The striper bite is on fire and said that the crappie bite is as well. This has been your Carolinas Report, and it's brought to you by Crazy Sister Marina. Remember, fish smarter, not harder, and keep your chaos organized.
There's one, Barry.
You got one?
Got one.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. He's kind of fighting like a red, making a run.
He's gonna take you around the boat, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Redfish. There we go. Looks like a good keeper red.
All right, let's get him in the boat. We hadn't caught a red today, so beautiful shot of a red right in the sun.
Got to kind of just go where they want to go.
You have to be pretty nimble to catch redfish.
Yes, you
don't
do.
you?
You got to be prepared to change directions at any time. Ready? There we go. Right into the net.
All right.
Good
well,
keeper.
There was the species that we were lacking right there. Was a red. You want to grab him out of there?
Yeah.
What we're doing is just making a big drift out across some flats. And Jared, you said we're actually fishing some rocks here that are prehistoric rocks, and now they're holding fish. That's just the average size Corpus redfish.
Actually, that's a good eating red right there.
So what do these need to be kept?
These are 18. No, I'm sorry, 20. These are 20 up to 28 inches.
So from 20 to 28 you can keep.
Is your slot keepers, yes.
And that's really the good size to make
size
redfish
yes,
on the half shell right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, let's put him back, Jared. And this one gets its unconditional release. And I'll bet you he's going to swim away very, very quickly.
There we go.
Jared, this has been a fun day, buddy.
Been awesome, Barry. It's been great.
This has been a real treat for me to come down here. And I'm looking forward to working with your dealership. I'm looking forward to running Blazer Bays. This is going to be a real treat for me. And man, I just can't thank you enough. It's been a good deal.
Well, Barry, we appreciate it. We've had a long relationship. You started out with my father, and we're glad to have you back on board and looking forward to the future.
You bet. You folks stay with us. We'll be back to kind of wrap everything up from Corpus Christi, Texas, right after this. Don't go anywhere.
You can always watch our latest episode on the front page of our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Catch up on past episodes by clicking the archive button and learn about fishing techniques and new gear at our how-to page. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for new fishing videos every day. Simply search for Fox Sports Outdoors and click the like button on Facebook and follow button on Twitter. And watch a new episode every week on any device by downloading the free Waypoint TV app on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Motor Guide's new wireless and easy-to-use XI3. XI batteries, powering the world forward. Waypoint Marine, the Gulf Coast's leading saltwater boating specialist. And Strike King, designed by the pros, fished by you.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get right to your Ask the Pro question for this week. Curtis wants to know, what is your go-to lure for exploring a new lake? For an answer, we asked the 2015 Bassmaster Classic champion, Casey Ashley.
My favorite bait to explore new water is a spinnerbait. You know, it may not be the best thing to catch the fish on, but if you go through an area that has a lot of fish in it, you're going to at least catch one, or you're going to at least see one flash up at it. So you know that there's fish there that you need to slow down, change up, and fish with something else that they will bite, but it will help you cover water fast, and it'll show you that there's one there, or they'll show themselves to you.
Thank you, Casey. If you want some help from one of the pros, simply go to foxsportsoutdoors.com and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit a question. Now it's time to find out who wins this week's Big Catch of the Week.
Each week, someone gets their big fish photo shown here on television in the Big Catch of the Week contest, and it's time right now for this week's winner. He's Mike Horton of Sylacauga, Alabama, showing off a 30-pound striped bass he caught at Logan Martin Lake in Alabama. If you'd like to be our next winner, just go to our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com, click on the Big Catch of the Week area on the right side of the home page, and follow the instructions to send in your big fish photo. Here's a quick look at a little bit of gear that will help you if you're out fishing for speckled trout in the conditions that we had today. First of all, it was very windy, and our Motor Guide XI5 saltwater wireless remote control trolling motor really helped us stay on our spot. We were able to use the anchor lock feature to lock down even in that much wind and make repeated casts. Now the fish were really finicky today, so we had to use a very slow, methodical presentation just up off the bottom with a paddle tail swim bait. This is the perfect bait. It's called a Voodoo Mambo Mullet. It's an Egret Baits product available at most fishing tackle retailers. It's made of a very tough plastic. It's got a weight in the head and an extremely strong hook. The Voodoo Mambo Mullet is perfect for these conditions. Now when the fish aren't quite as finicky, you want to always have a topwater bait tied on. This is a dog walker type of a bait. It's called a Zombie Ghost Walker. It's made by the Egret Bait Company. It's got a big heavy rattle in the middle of it. It'll make a lot of noise and it'll attract a lot of topwater strikes on speckled trout. We have a tendency to be dragged down by the world around us. Grouchy people, the news media, traffic, all of those things that can make us have a negative outlook on life. It takes a purpose, conscious effort to be the one that's uplifting, encouraging, and happy in the face of all that. But it is quite possible. We can be the ones that can be salt and light and environment changers for the world around us. We can be kind and caring and encouraging and happy even when everyone around us seems to be doing just the opposite. Yes, we can. I hope you enjoyed our trip out today, and our special thanks to Jared Poole of Waypoint Marine for putting us in the Blazer Bay 2420 GTS. You'll be seeing much more of it in the weeks to come, and if you'd like to book your own guide trip here in Corpus Christi Bay or the Upper Laguna Madre, you can do that with Joey Farah. The contact information you see on your screen. He's very knowledgeable, knows every square inch of this system, and he can put you on some inshore species right here out of Corpus Christi, Texas. Until next week, I'm Barry Stokes. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.